This playthrough is rated M for mature.
Alright, one more time with style. Greetings and salutations, viewers. Vauldemare back here with another episode of Shadowrun Returns. In the last episode, we checked out the warehouse, and it looks like we're going to go back at night. But Cody called and said she needs a little bit of assistance. So we decided to help her, because that'll give us some extra karma, as well as money and her assistance later on, if we require it. But unfortunately, we have to get past these chipheads, and in the previous episode, the chiphead died because the shaman's totem went insane and attacked him, and there's not much I could do about that. So, let's see. The problem with the physical adept is having to get in close, and like I'm usually just like right out of range for like a lot of people. So, I don't think I can. It looked like I could get in an attack. Let's see. Could just have you move closer. Yeah, we gotta get to the actually could have been, well, let's see. Ah. Let's try to get a shotgun without, maybe we'll hit him without, as long as we don't miss, should hit him. Nice. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get to the decker, because the thing is, if we can get to the decker and kill him, even without the decking ability, we can actually shut off the chip function on these guys, so they'll stop attacking us and we can just focus on the enemy. Oh, they're all bunching up. I wonder if I can get a good grenade in there. Let's see. Yeah, maybe they could stay away from me, and I can take out the decker. I forgot how much HP he's got. It's a bit. Let's see. Yeah, there's quite a few of them together. I don't think I'm far enough away to like have too many penalties. Yeah, they'll hit the three of them, so yeah, let's just go for it. Nice. Oh, we got a crit on one of them, so yeah, like in the last episode where you get no AP, you can be knocked out for a bit. Okay, but the shaman, yeah, he's gonna be a big problem. So I could either. I want to kill the shaman though. Yeah, let's risk it getting close enough. Nice. I always keep hoping I'm gonna get a crit. Okay, good cover. Yeah, one guy's out. That guy's gonna back off. She'll probably punch us if she hits. It's not for very much. It's like 3 damage or something like that. Ooh, that's painful. Less than AP there. Yeah, the shaman. There's almost no way to stop. Well, I mean, I guess I could hit him with a grenade or whatever. Just as long as the shaman doesn't go, or the totem doesn't go insane. Like last time it killed the chiphead. Because when a thing goes insane, it doesn't designate what its target is, so it just goes after everyone. So yeah, I could try to do. Just trying to think if I want to just try to punch twice, or go with a buff. So I did. Let's see. Looks like he's got quite a bit of HP. Those are my items. I could use a stem if it. Well, I want to save my stuff for the warehouse, because the warehouse is a pretty nasty encounter. Yeah, let's buff ourselves. Punch. Nice. Okay, how much more damage? Oh yeah, we'll get it next turn. So as long as yeah, he's pretty close. Too bad killing the shaman doesn't. The only problem with killing the shaman early is the totem can go insane because there's no AP to be merged into him. And the let's see, I don't have any. I only have healing items now. Yeah, let's kill him. There we go. Oh, it did disperse. Oh, it's when. No, it's when the shaman is not. It's when the totem is not insane that it gets dispersed. If it goes insane and you kill the shaman, then there's not much you can do. They'll just keep attacking people and all that other stuff. The only thing I'm afraid of, I could do another grenade, since I'm like right. Oh, that's right. He hit me with magic, so I have 1 less AP. Yeah. Okay. Oh, really? 78%? Alright, fine, whatever. I'll take it. But luckily, even with the Yeah, their punches, I think the most they can do is like 4 or something like that damage, so. Ow. I have to heal Coyote here soon. We'll see what happens. Oh, come on, both turns? Yeah, get to the BTL computer, so now that he's down. Okay. Oh, he's out of AP. Oh yeah, he woke up. Oh, I'm out of I'll have to refuel or reload. Should just get in. Yeah, let's get rid of the ball. Oh, am I out of it? Oh no. Okay. Oh, I'm out too. Oh man. All right. Oh yeah, the because we beat the Decker, all the chip dudes are asleep now. Healed his last bit of damage. Yeah, let's help out. Yeah, let's finish him off. And then yeah, he's right there. You'd think that would, I mean, all it does is give him cover. It doesn't make him immune to the damage. Oh, come on. No, whatever. He's reloading. He's running away. He's probably gonna hit us. The bolt. Let's finish these guys off. Ooh, nice crit. At least melee, most of the time they're pretty accurate. I think that's it. I think that's a chiphead there. So okay, we can call it a. We can end our turn now. Oh, I can have Coyote get the BTL. Better than life management system. So yeah, if you have decking 3, you can like gently put him down. But since we don't have decking 3, we have to forcibly end the puppet BTL. So Gino, that attack won't work on us anymore. So that's what they said. All right, and then we got the karma for not letting any of the chipheads die. Hooray! Yeah, that went a lot better than before. Unfortunately, that's just kind of the randomness of combat sometimes. Like, you know, sometimes you'll get lucky and or unlucky, depending on that's just how it is. But we're getting a lot of XCOM numbers in this game, it seems like. So, anyway, let's talk to Gino. We get 2 karma for that. You eject the BTL Gino's been riding. He gasps suddenly, his eyes open further. He looks confused, worse than the other chipheads you've seen. His lips are white and chapped. His eyes sink into his head. There's vomit on his shirt and sweat on his forehead. When he speaks, his words are slurred. He's burnt. What the hell? Who's slotted me out? Who friggin' slotted me out? Coyote is shaking. She looks horrified. Gino, it's me, Carla. Carla, that's your real name, huh? Well, all Shadowrunners use names, so. Gino looks at her with glazed eyes, no recognition. Slot me back in, god damn it. This bullshit. I don't want to be here anymore. Slot me back in! He looks around the room angrily. His hand reaches for his implant. Coyote grabs his wrist, stops him. Gino, no. Coyote, be careful. Gino wrenches his wrist from Coyote's grasp and he staggers back, reaches under his shirt and pulls out a gun. Coyote watches him, horrified. With tears in her eyes, Gino waves around, blinking wildly. Back off! Just back the hell off! Drop the gun, Gino. Take it easy, Gino. We're backing off. Your brain burnt, kid. You've got to get off the chips now. He presses his hands to the sides of his head, his fingers still on the trigger, squints. No! I've got to slot back in. Gotta get away from the dark. Or the Strek. I thought it said dark there for a second. To what? A simulated dream? Bits of data trickling in your brain? It isn't real? Look at yourself, Gino. It isn't better than life. It's sucking your life. You're wasting away. This is the world. Reality sucks, but at least it's real. You can touch it. Why would I want to touch this drug? This is sewer. I was a god in there. King. I was a king. Can you imagine it? He looks around the room, sees the squalor, the bodies, then he glimpses his own pitiful reflection in the machinery. No. No, 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 no. Coyote shouts something, but it's too late. Gino jams the gun into his data jack and pulls the trigger. There's a pop, barely a gunshot, and he's gone. I'm sorry, Carla. I'm so, so sorry. Coyote looks at you, tears in her eyes. I'm not stopping. Not now, not ever. She looks at Paco, then back at you. A real rain is coming to Seattle, and it's gonna wash the scum off the streets. I'm gonna burn every motherfucking BTL shop in the sprawl until they are gone. You know this is rated M. You can use the F word, right? Every motherfucking one. I can say it for you if you want. And that's it for that scenario. So, yeah, fortunately we try our best, but our best just wasn't good enough. Looking for trouble. Shannon's plan is the best lead you've got to find out more about the Ripper, but getting back into the warehouse is going to require some support in case this direct hits the fan. The Seamstresses Union will have exactly what you need, a fixer. Finding this a necessary middleman and deal broker is key to most plans involving the Shadowrunners. A good fixer is worth a union. It's their job to lead the contacts and know who is good at what. They'll put together the team you need. Magical Sports, Skilled Street Samurai for muscle, or a Nova Hot Decker for Matrix work. Running the Shadows is a life and death gamble. It pays to hire the best Shadowrunner you can. So now we have to actually get to the Shadowrunning part of the game where we actually hire team members and stuff like that. So, alright, let me go ahead and do a quick save, even though I can reset the level, but I always like saving just in case something happens. So, alright, I think if what I've got ready to go is true, then I need to have my charisma up a level just so I can take advantage of it. Well, there's two things I could do. I can either get a quick relief now or build up my karma to get it to charisma to level 4. The problem is that since I'm not playing a shaman or anything like that, charisma is really doesn't help me too much because, you know, it's mainly, it does give you some benefits and some roleplay stuff, but it's better for shamans than those who use those abilities, which is not my own. So it's almost like a dump in points to do that. So, but let's go ahead and buy a charisma, and you can get the etiquette, which I mentioned a long time ago, but etiquettes are basically you talk the slang of whoever you're talking to. So in this case, corporate or Shadowrunner would be good because corporate gets you a little extra bonus after this current mission that's going on, but we'll do Shadowrunner for now. Alright. Now let's talk to everyone before we head out. Or head on, I mean. Cherry Bomb flags you down as you walk through the door. Hey, Onifist, there's a woman looking for you. Jessica something. She's waiting for you by the stage. Beluve type. Wouldn't order anything. Wouldn't touch anything. I think she's afraid of diseases or something. Thanks, Jerry. No change, chummer. Why is the bar so empty? We don't get much action in the early afternoon. Just a few salarymen slumming Touristville and hoping to talk to Madam Sinful and some diehard regulars. Madam Sinful? That's what the downtown folk call Miss Kabuta. It's Touristville thing. They like her to have a naughty name like that. Alright, whatever your kinks are, I guess. Who's around? I just got in, but I think Coyotes cleaned the bar back. Mr. Delilah is hanging out in the usual pace. The vendors downstairs came in a few minutes after me, and Bartlett's here. Don't think you met him yet. Who's Bartlett? Bartlett. I said Bartlett. I meant Bartlett. John Bartlett. Big presence at the end of the bar. He's in the biz, connected. You might want to meet him. Is that guy still bothering you? You mean my ex, Shane? Yeah. No, he hasn't been in since that last time. No calls or pages or handwritten notes either. Weird, you're so persistent. I guess he finally got the message. Maybe you'll find someone at that Universal Brotherhood of his and settle down. I'm gonna have a go look around. Have fun. Man, if it was me, I'd stick with Cherry, but you know, then again, that is the art. I don't know how she would look in real life. Mr. Bartlett. John Bartlett. Full of life with a quick smile, the man tilts his head and watches you approach. Hey guy, what's shaking? What's it to you? Have you looked around? There's a whole lot of a little this, a little that. I love this one. Have you looked around? There's a whole lot of shaking going on. I got something that might rock your world if you've got time. Don't got the time or money. Time is money. I'm listening. You ever hear of Nephilim Network? Of course you have. An in the know guy like you has heard of the premier merc team out there. Or yeah. If you say so. You're a tight unit. We cost a bit more than the common rabble, but we're worth it. Well, good to know. I guess we have an option for hiring, so. Alright, what's our options right now? Talk to Jessica and the fixer about hiring runners. Gotcha. Alright, who else can we talk to around here? No? Okay. Let's talk to Miss... oh. Yeah, let's talk to Jessica. Oh, wow. At a glance, yeah, you can tell it's Sam's sister, alright. At a glance, you can tell that Sam's sister Jessica is from a different world, the opposite of Sam in almost everywhere. Her suitor's tailored, her eyes are sharp, and her style exudes authority. Miss Watts? Jessica Watts? She eyes you up and down warily. She does a good job of hiding it, but it's clear that she is well outside of her comfort zone. Yes, and you are? My friends call me Onifist, and I'm counted Sam among them. Name's Onifist. I used to work with your brother Sam. Onifist, I'm looking at your brother Sam's death. I was told as much on the phone. A woman who called herself Coyote contacted me this morning and informed me that my brother was dead and that I should come to this place and speak to someone about an investigation. I'm very sorry for your loss. That's right, and I'm hoping you can help me get to the bottom of this. Sam didn't die of natural causes. He was murdered. She briefly casts her eyes skyward and then gives a small shake of her head. I wish I could say it's a shock, but given the circles he ran in. Sam hadn't run the Shadow in years. If you say so, but even so, look at this place, these people, and you. Way to judge, Miss High and Mighty. She then furrows her brow, regarding you more critically. You're not with the police, are you? I don't think you have to. I think you don't have to tell people if you're the police in this future. I'm gonna lie. No, I'm not. That's a problem. Figure that all by yourself. And the other one is, I'm getting that a lot lately. She scowls, an ugly expression on an otherwise pretty face. This is just what I'm worried about. Such an attitude could jeopardize any real shot of solving this case. Surely there's an official police investigation going on. Why not let the professionals handle this one? I think they can use all the help we get. I'm a professional. Lone Star. Professionals? Not the ones I've seen. But you must have better things to do than waste your time searching for whoever killed my low-life brother. Yeah, seems like that picture of you when you were hugging your brother, that was a long time ago. First, Sam was my friend, and second, I'm being paid for my trouble. For this kind of payday, few things I'd rather be doing. We lowlifes have to stick together. Besides, I'm not doing it for free. She seems genuinely surprised. Someone's paying you? I find it hard to believe that anyone who really knew Sam would put up the money. Who is it? Sam, he hired me from Sam, he hired me from beyond the grave. Actually, Sam hired me himself. I'm afraid that's a need-to-know basis. This is ridiculous. He's my brother. And you seem real shaken up by his death. Fine, I'll pay you 100 just to tell me. Done, Sam Watts. I don't understand. Yeah, you get a little extra money if you basically are a dick to her. Which, I mean, she kind of deserves it, really. He all set up before his death as a contingency. I don't expect you to. It is what it is. It's called a dead man switch. It's triggered when he's dead. Yeah, I'm just gonna be ruder. Am I to believe that my drunken son of a brother hired you to find the person who killed him after he died? Her boardroom mask drops momentarily, and in a sigh she reveals a brief glimpse of her real emotion. I left Seattle to get away from Sam and his bullshit. Now I'm back, he's dead, and I still have to deal with him. Well, I'm sorry you have to deal with him. Jessica composes herself in a breath. The mask is back in place. Listen to me, Onifist. You seem like a decent person, but I'm trying to move on with my life. Our mother killed herself last year, and Sam was Sam. You know, I've worked so hard to put my family issues behind me. I don't want to see this drag on. I'd love... you're not asking me to quit, are you? I'm closing and I can feel it. I'd love nothing more than to give you closure, and quickly. I appreciate that, but I think I prefer to just let it be. No one else needs to get hurt. On the street, honor still means something. I'm sticking with the job. Sam's paying me $100,000. Can you beat it? Your brother had me back when I needed him. I can't walk away from him. I got money riding this, babe. Just like everything else with Sam, he finds a way to use people, whether he's alive or dead. No, I don't have that kind of money. She sighs. She's done. Never mind. I can see that you're not going to let this go, and I respect that you're honoring my brother's memory in your own way, but I hope you can understand how emotional this is for me. Jessica's demeanor instantly changes, and from rustically to helpful in the span of a single meditative breath. Maybe you can do things in a way that the police can't, and maybe I can help. What do you need from me? When was the last time you saw or spoke to Sam? It's been ages. I can't even remember. Nothing, not even a phone call, letter. There was a note on Sam's body, sounded like an apology. The bartender recalls Sam had complained about arguments with his sister. Yeah, let's do the. There was a note on Sam's body, sounded like an apology, and offered to meet up and bury the hatchet. It was signed Jessica. I made such notes in the beginning, but I haven't made such an effort in a long time now. I don't know why you would have kept it. Where were you on the night of Sam's murder? I will overlook the implied accusation and tell you what, I was at a fundraiser all evening. I was a very crowded fundraiser. You know it's protocol for cops to ask that. Even if you're clearly not in the know, they still have to ask it just to get an alibi for like court purposes and all that other fun stuff. Did Sam have any enemies? Sam's biggest enemy was Sam. I don't know any others. You likely know better than me with these days. Were you and your brother close? Seems a stupid question. I think I've made my feelings about Sam pretty clear, don't you? You don't seem to care where you... you don't sound sad that he's... sounds like you hated him. You don't sound sad that he's gone. You don't seem to care where... okay. Or whether it's killer face justice. Sounds like you hate him. I suppose I came to hate him. Yes, it was literally why I left. Show her the picture of Sam, of her and Sam as children. Jessica takes the photo from you guardedly, as if it might sting her, but the guard drops the moment she looks at it. Where did you find this? Sam's bunk. I can't believe you kept this. It was one of the few possessions he had. Made me such a bad guy after all. Looked so much alike, like kids, and happy. It's one of the few possessions he had. She studies the old photo for several silent moments. What happened between the two of you? Things were different back then. We were different. We were a family. Then, after our father died, things began to change, and we couldn't get back to a new normal. With our dad around, there was always a reassuring order to our lives, but after everything got mixed up, you can never really appreciate the importance of a person in your life until they're gone. The remorse plays wet across her eyes, and it seems that she's not just talking about her father. Jessica then steels herself to the rest. Sam tried to be the man of the house. He truly did, but he couldn't handle it, and pretty soon he had spent every dime of our father's life insurance. Every dime. After that was gone, with Mom working 2, 3 jobs, he spent all her money too. I couldn't stand the way he abused her trust, so finally I just had to leave. And abandon her mother too, right? She holds the photo forward, one part of her radio linked along with the past, and another looking to hold on to to both. May I keep this? Sure, I've got what I need from it, please do. Sorry, it's evidence. But alright. She hands it back. I just love being a dick in these types of games. Tell me about your mother and her death. She was a devout Catholic. I don't think it's an exaggeration to say that she sacrificed her life for Sam and me. It's kind of weird in science fiction games to hear people still having faith of that type, because you think in the future that would have been abolished, but it just goes to show how strong it is, or how it can have an influence even in the future world or whatever. It's not talked about very often. Only sci-fi that really want to delve into that stuff. Like, I think Cyberpunk, or even Shadowrun hardly talks about it. It's because there's, like, magic and shaman and stuff like that, so you're like, okay, you know. But she turned a blind eye to me, what Sam was becoming, refused to acknowledge his downward slide. I couldn't watch her do it anymore, and so I moved out. So you just did what Sam did. You basically, I mean, for all intents and purposes, abandoned your family because you didn't want to deal with it, so you just left them to rot. So you're no better. After I left, we drifted farther and farther apart. I wasn't here when she died. In fact, I didn't even know about it until I returned to Seattle 5 months ago. Where were you living before you moved back here? Cal Free? I think that's California in the Shadowrun world, if I remember. What brought you down here? But California isn't the California shaped as we know it in our world. You know, I was less of what brought me here than what made me leave here. I felt lost in Seattle, so I moved to California to see if I could find myself. And did you? In California, finding yourself? You probably just got high. Actually, yes. While I was there, I was developed a whole new outlook on life, a vision for what the world could become. I came back here to help make it happen. Seattle? Ugh. I've taken enough of your time. Thank you, Miss Watts. Just as well, I need to get back to the office. But before I go, you should know that I'm reentering my mother's body tomorrow. I've arranged to have Sam buried with her. The funeral's tomorrow at Our Lady at the Blessed Sacrament, 7 o'clock. You're more than welcome to attend. Thanks. I might swing by. Wouldn't miss it. I might swing by. Goodbye, Fist. I hope you find what you're looking for. Stay safe. Money. That's what I'm looking for. Anyway, gained 2 karma for talking to Jessica, so very nice. Let's continue on. Alright, there's Coyote. How you doing? Coyote is wiping down the back bar. She doesn't stop when you approach. Her eyes keep on her work. Hey. Hey, you okay? Gina's death was her own. What's going on? Afternoon checklist. Gotta get back to the bar ready for tonight. Listen to me, Fist. I don't want to talk about what happened with Gino, okay? What's done is done. Gino's dead. I'm alive, and that's all there is to it. It's Baron's right. Nothing more to do or say. I'm gonna be looking for work. Your kind of work. So if something comes up, we'll keep you in mind. I will. We'll see. I'm fine. And a job will help me get my mind off things. Anyway, just keep me in mind. I gotta do this now. The afternoon checklist isn't gonna finish itself. And there's just different dialogue if you ask her about her troubles, stuff like that. So, Mr. Clue, glad to see you, Onifist. You too, Mr. Clue. What's the state of the troops? He also says thanks. How's it going? And stuff like that. Sorry. Combat's ready. Perhaps more than usual. Tensions are up. We got word around that the latest Ripper killing and people aren't feeling safe, and when people feel unsafe, they either go to ground or they huddle up. You noticed how empty the streets are these days? That's because everyone's either locked in their squats, holed up in places like this, or seeking refuge in the nearest Universal Brotherhood chapter house. Safety in numbers, chummer. Not that we need numbers here. I've got it covered. I'll bet you do. See you later. All I needed was one. Later, bud. I mean, your size covers a lot. Take care, big guy. Later. I don't think... I'm trying to think if there's anything I really need to do. I did get... Let's see how our money situation is. Let's see. 8,000. Let's see. Didn't I bump up my ability last episode, like so I could actually buy Stride? So I could buy that. Let's see. I could buy the Stride ability if I wanted to. And that allowed me to run a lot faster on the map, get to my locations quicker. Yeah, let's do that. Oops. Let's go and buy that. And then we'll buy the ability to use it anyway. Do I need, I don't think I need any healing. Oh, Dr. Castle glances up briefly from her charts. Her impish friend, on the other hand, tracked her every movement like some sort of humanoid raptor with a mouse on its shadow. Live to see another day, have you? That remains to be seen. Still more work to be done. Just a pit stop, Doc. Night's not over yet. Maybe soon. That may soon be up to you, Doc. Anyway, as long as you end up in the here in the end, not on some organ grinder's table, I'm satisfied. Granted, a repeat customer means a person counting death more often than any good doctor should condone, but I don't suppose I can dissuade you from your course of action. Sorry, Doc, job's not done. If only life was so simple, say nothing. Very well, then talk about how I can assure you to make you back alive in one piece. How'd you fall in with this operation anyway, Doc? Dr. Castle pauses in her work, settles down, setting down her tablet and appearing to grow introspective. I suppose you might expect that I had a fall from grace. Certainly that is the case with many of my peers. If not that you might think that I was compelled to do this because a friend or family member became a Shadowrunner. I hurried to their assistance one fateful night. But the reality is that I grew up knowing this is what I would do with my life. My parents were both Shadowrunners and very successful ones at that. So it's inherited, huh? So successful they retired in a very large house and raised a litter of kids who grew up hearing the impossible tales of the parents' younger years. Wow, is the Shadowrunner living to old age? That's surprising. Of course, we were expressing forbidden to follow in their footsteps. We were all expected to attend university and take full advantage of the opportunities they had fought so hard to give us. So Mom and Dad were proud to see me pursuing a medical degree, and they had only minor reservations about me applying that expertise to the treatment of Shadowrunners. After all, they would never have survived long enough to meet and fall in love if not for the ministrations of several street talks along the way. So I suppose you could say I was born into this life after a fashion. She picks up her tablet and resumes work. Is there anything else I can help you with? Nah, I'm good. No, thanks for the talk, Doc. Anyone else have any unique dialogue for me? You look like someone who needs the latest matrix tech. No, he doesn't have anything. Alright. Not every character's gonna have anything, so. How about you, Groovman? The orc stands at attention and looks every bit like he's waiting for a commanding officer who can crisply salute. He only appears at ease when he's cleaning the barrel of a rifle or counting out the bullets in a magazine. The rest of the time he appears as he is now, ramrod straight and primed for anything. And how are you, my friend? A fine day to find a weapon, do what you would say. Tell me a little bit yourself, Buster. Were you military? After a fashion, yes, sir. Sergeant in the 21st California Militia is no longer a recognized unit, and there are those who would say we never were there. But someone had to stand up to the tier, and it fell to us. Tier Tarnagir? Yes, sir. I was in the cavalry when the kills came marching down from the north in 36 after the UCAF pulled their support. We had little in the ways of organized defense, but what we did was a stockpile of weapons and ammo down in Oakland. The locals in NorCal held out long enough for us to bring the heat, and I tell you, all the magic hoo-ha in that world ain't enough to stop a V11 hot rock from cracking your dome. We drove them elves all the way back to Eureka. Would have pushed them all the way back to Portland, too, but some ninny down south reached down to the Japanese for aid and got their own version of Normandy for the trouble. Things went to hell in a handbasket from there. Don't much like to talk about those later days, so let's talk about guns instead. Can I go to anything? Never mind. Thanks for the live story, though. How about you, Eric? What's in special today? Happy hour? Was the conversation there. Need a fresh set of clothes? Yeah, I don't think you have anything new, do you? No. Okay. I don't think it's a little while until you actually get something new. Yeah, if you're playing an adept, you don't have a whole lot of money to really spend on stuff because you're not buying guns, even though I probably should for when I'm too far away. The elf called Algernon appears to be in hushed but intense conversation as you approach. However, the other party of this discourse is nowhere to be seen. Turning to greet you, Algernon dismisses his invisible associate with a wave of his hand. Welcome, fellow child, to the Sixth World. What can I help you with today? Tell me about yourself, Algernon. My story is not so different from those who have come before. I am but a merchant, though one whose wares were far from mundane. I come here from Tirnagir 4 years ago after the governor of Seattle signed an exclusive trade agreement with the Council of Princes, and so as the flow of magical goods came to pass through the city's ports, so have I. At times I miss the Tier, but as unlikely as it may sound, this new home of mine is far more interesting. Is there anything else to help you with? I can buy some stride from you. Where are you at? There it is, stride. Only 400 credits. Let's buy that. And automatically cooked it because we only got... What's my next step on terms of that? Let me look at my karma again. Like I said, I like leaving a few extra points of karma just in case. I'd have to buy more willpower though for that. See, what's the next one though? Counter-strike. Oh, counter-strike. Well, that's good if people melee attack you often, or if they're in your general vicinity. Which, I mean, the point being adept is you're in their general vicinity. But you have to be basically right next to them. I think I'll hold off for now. Stride's pretty good because it allows me to move a lot further. See, do I want to do anything with my stash? I don't think so. I mean, probably a good idea to maybe have more med kits or something like that, just because the danger of the next area. But I think we're fine. Let's talk to the next guy and go from there. All right, let's talk to Mr. Delilah there. If you're talking to me, there's business transact. Am I right? Of course you're right. It's always yes, Mr. Delilah. I need where I have a need. Of course you're right. It's your job to be right. It's always business with me. Yes, Mr. Delilah, I have a need I think you can fill. Of course you do. That's why you came back. Street talk is that you're after the Ripper. Or tracking the Ripper. What can I do for you, Ripper tracker? Then you put a crew together. You got a scratch, or are you planning to pay me out of your earnings? I'll pay a percentage of what I earn. I can pay the Shadowrunners up front. How much is it going to cost me? Well, for your speed, hired help will run you about 1,200 a head. If you start taking on tougher jobs, well, the more experienced the runner, the higher the rates. I can pay those shadow runners up front. Excellent. We agree on terms. I've got some runners on call if you've got any special requests. Let's take some together first. So I think that's it. If you have some decking data from a previous mission, Mr. Van Gross has a something you can sell stuff to him for like 200 new yen or something like that, which I didn't grab because I didn't have the decking ability. Which is what the Shadowrunner etiquette is for. Since he doesn't have that, I have to go to the corporate one would be the next etiquette I'd want to buy since Von Gross isn't here for the Shadowrunner one. So yeah, let's go and I was double checking, so that's why I was walking around there for a second. So all right, well we kind of we didn't really save Gino, but we did save the chipheads. Coyote is ready to go, and Shannon's waiting for us at the warehouse. Who will we choose for our Shadowrunning team in our first mission where we're grouped together? And what will we find out in the warehouse? Find out next time in the next episode of Shadowrun Returns. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.